and let you know what God's done through this pandemic, okay? Listen to this.
Good morning, I am Valerie Rogers, and this morning I am Ecclesiastes 11:1. Cast your bread on the water, and you will find it again after many days. I spent my childhood in 3-hour prayer shifts with my parents. I spent my young adulthood up through my 40s as a Sunday school teacher in this church, and life crushed me. Life punched me, and I didn't handle it well. I backed away, I stayed home, and I'm sorry. I was in a job, and I didn't hate my job, but I was working nights, and it's scientifically proven it makes you dumber. It hurts. It affects your social life. It affects your life. It affects your family life. It affects everything. And I'm not blaming everything on working nights, but I was working at home. I never left home. I stayed home all the time. I crushed. Life was crushing me. My daughter died. Yeah. She was brought back.
Run over by a truck.
She shouldn't have lived, but she did. She's our miracle. That should have brought me back. My mother died. She lived a life that we all strive to live. I'm sorry, I'm shaking now.
That's what I want you to do.
This job, I didn't hate it, but I was working it, and they weren't paying me. And finally, I had enough, and I had a word of a job back in March from a mutual friend, and so I applied. I was like Sarah, I laughed. I said, what am I going to do at a trucking company? I've been in the medical field for 25 years doing nothing but transcription, and that alone from my house, doing nothing. Don't know people anymore. And they hired me over the phone. They liked my voice, which my husband finds very strange. Love you, Jason. They hired me over the phone, and I quit. On March 13th, I saw a pastor, and I told him all about it. I was 3 months behind in my paycheck at this time. I never saw that until the end of May. They owed me thousands of dollars.
During the Corona.
I don't know how our bills were paid, but somehow the money was always there. And my math isn't God's math. God's math is better than my math.
Yes. Yes.
But I did what I was supposed to do, and so therefore God did what he was supposed to do. He was just being real quiet. And I wasn't hearing the voice of God. And life had crushed me. And crushed me.
Yeah.
And I started my job in May because we were in phase 1, and so I stayed home and enjoyed the unemployment. I was making good money on that. But I have integrity, so I went back to work, and the first day, they liked me and gave me a raise. $2.50 more than what they had hired me over the phone with.
Isn't that wonderful? First day there.
First day. This past weekend, I made my 90 days, and the owner of the company came down from Shreveport, and he brought his accountant, and I thought they were there to take care of some business because they had been having some personnel problems. And I didn't know that I was the business. And the accountant sat down with me after the owner walked through and told me I was family now. And you got to understand, I am now working with some of the roughest people, the cussinest, smokingest people, and they've got loyalty, they've got integrity, they've got morals, they're good people. And God, my family has just remarked on how much different I am, and I'm not crushed anymore, and I'm alive again, and I'm not done. I'm almost there. I got another $1.50 raise an hour this past week.
Isn't that wonderful?
Now, all that came about because I finally decided I was tired of being crushed. I was tired of being downtrodden. I was tired of letting me be crushed.
Yeah.
I know better.
But out of it?
I know better because I cast that bread upon the water. Where is it? And I said one Sunday morning I had the house to myself, and I went to war. I started in one bedroom, and I went to the next bedroom, and I went to the next room. The dogs went and hid in the other room, and I took my home back. I took me back. I took my husband back, and I took my children back, and I took the dog's health back, and I was tired of being crushed. And from that moment, we started being blessed. like I wasn't expecting, and the bread is coming back. And I am telling you now, what I've said today is relatable, because you can be saved at 9 years old and get the Holy Ghost, be baptized, and you can still lose your path.
Yeah.
You can still be praying, be a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path, and you're blind and you can't see that path. Where is my path? I don't know what to do. And God is there. You cast your bread upon the water. You get in ministry. You do what He has asked you to do. And you don't say no. He's got that bread. And when He's ready for you and you've made your decision, He brings it back to you after those many days. And here we are.
Well, go ahead. When I think of His goodness and what He's done for me, I want to shout.
For me, when I think of His goodness, how He set me free, I want to shout, 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 shout. Yeah, yeah.
When I think about His goodness.
Oh, yeah. When I think of His goodness, what He's done for me, when I think of His goodness, how He set me free, I want to shout, 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 shout.
Those of you in here have a financial need. Would you raise your hand? Okay, then I want you to shout, okay? You just heard them. Just do a little dance or do a little jump or clap your hand. We're going to sing that again, and we're going to believe God's going to give you a financial miracle, okay? I want to shout.
When I think of His goodness, what He's done for me, when I think of His goodness, how He set me free, I want to shout, 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 shout.
Sister Jackie runs our deaf ministry. You've seen her many times. She's a walking miracle. Tell us about it.